Yeah, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Frontier Opening Bell. I am Boason Omofaye, and this is what you need to know right now. Let me take you through yesterday's Pan-African view of our markets. The Nigerian bourse softened 0.03%. The banks came down a little bit heavily at the morning after Nigeria's central bank left interest rates unchanged and read riot acts to Burundi change operators and set a new horizon for Nigeria's foreign exchange market, looking to sell effects directly to banks moving forward. The initial funding will be around 200 million US dollars for BTAs, personal travel allowances, school fees, and medicals. In Ivory Coast, the BRVM went up 0.24%. The Egyptian market was up less than 1/10. The Nairobi stock market fell about 12 basis points on the day that the central bank in Kenya under Njoroge decided to leave interest rates unchanged. The Johannesburg stock market went up 1.76%. That's the biggest market on the African continent in terms of equities, derivatives, and bonds. Of course, the industrials and the financials helped the GSE finish off very nicely, 1.76% in line with the developed markets around the world. Let's take you very quickly to the East African market, where the Kenya Treasury is looking to raise 60 billion shillings via reopened bond sales this week. In the meantime, the central bank retained the country's monetary policy rate at 7%. Inflation pressures looking to ease in the near term. That's the talk from the Monetary Policy Committee of the central bank in East Africa's largest economy. Rwanda has extended the lockdown over the virus by another 5 days. Now, news coming through that the lockdown is dimming the hope that businesses will be able to reopen very smoothly and loan repayments to banks and other lenders will go on smoothly. Sanlam in Rwanda, which has its businesses across Southern Africa as well as Kenya, has appointed Betty Sayinzoga as a new CEO. And part of the deal that President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya got with the UK authorities includes the Prudential UK, which is one of the world's largest and oldest insurance and pension financial services firm, putting its headquarters for Africa in Nairobi. A very big deal by the Kenyatta's administration, 135 million pounds, roughly 184 million US dollars was secured 2 days ago. The Nigerian market is where we move into next because the economic numbers are not looking good based on the numbers released over the last 2 days by the Statistics Office, which shows Nigeria's capital importation fell 54.06% to less than $1 billion in the second quarter. In the first half of the year, capital foreign inflows to Nigeria was about 61% negative, down to 2.78 billion US dollars. And now we're getting into our earnings season. We got the earnings from ETIA, Ecobank International, on Tuesday. Yesterday, FCMB Holdings, which is the parent company for FCMB, First City Monument Bank, reported its first half year. There's a dip in gross earnings to 7.6 billion naira. This financial supermarket reporting 21.9% in headline figure. Details are there on the street. Yesterday, the Bank of Ghana, which was the central bank, also left interest rate unchanged at 13.5% on inflation outlook, which has been gentle a little bit so far this year. But the central bank in Ghana is looking to the growth outlook target for this year and decided to leave rates unchanged. We spoke to some of the analysts, market traders, and believe this was the best decision on the back of the macroeconomic situation at the moment and the recent efforts and the successful Eurobond raising by the Central Bank of Ghana. And the Berenice Benon is the new CEO of Orange operations in Cameroon. And that sums it up for your West Africa news this Thursday. Let's take you to Southern Africa, where we showed you earlier how the GSE finished very nicely. But the unrest that happened a few weeks ago will still cost the South Africa a whole lot because the Treasury and the Ramaphosa's administration are now looking at a package of about 40 billion rand in relief to businesses and individuals who are impacted between the KwaZulu-Natal and the Gauteng region, where the unrest, the violence, the looting, and all of that were more impacted. Implats is reporting as part of the earnings season in South Africa, flagging of 20% profits rise because of metal prices had a very strong rally so far this year. Aluminum, platinum, copper had been on a roller coaster, leaving the gold a little bit on the back end because we saw strong demand of these base metals from China and a few other economies reopening after those massive lockdown last year. Botswana is rolling out a tax amnesty, believing that a whole number of businesses and individuals were negatively affected by the coronavirus last year. So there's a tax amnesty for this year into 2022 that's been announced by this diamond-rich Southern African economy. Mauritius oil spill, which happened some months ago, if you remember, the Japanese oil vessel, now the claims are climbing according to a Bloomberg report. The individual claims now total about 44 million US dollars. Lesotho Central Bank, yesterday is a week of interest rate decisions. Lesotho Central Bank left its interest rate at 3.5%, looking forward into the remaining two meetings for the rest of 2021. And Paris Club decided to extend the debt service suspension initiative, the DSSI, for Angola until December the 31st. Details are also on the street. Finishing off in the North African market, where the political unrest in Tunisia looks like the market is having its own mind, because yesterday the Tunisian stock market finished more than 0.1% in the positive territory, gained about 31 basis points on Tuesday, continued to move on despite the curfew imposed by President Saied. He's holding the legislative and administrative power in Tunisia right now. The curfew is on the street, there were protests, and right now everyone is looking forward to what the new direction will be politically and economically for Tunisia by President Saied. That news is still grabbing the headlines. Morocco's central bank are reporting that it's moving to green and sustainable economy on the back of much that Morocco has done in terms of solar and other forms of energy. And that's according to the head of the bank Al-Maghrib, which is Morocco's central bank. And National Bank of Kuwait is exiting or self-delisting from the Nairobi, from the Egyptian stock market, while from the 1st of August next week, the EGX will rejig its top 30 index, which is the most watched index within the Egyptian market, to include MOPCO, Sarah, and Raya, and three others. We'll give you what the rebalancing of this index looks like when it's done on the 1st of August. And on a final note, Burundi has reached a deal with the IMF. The IMF staff level meeting deal with Burundi to supply a facility of about 78 million US dollars package to this Horn of African economy to help it move on, cope with the coronavirus pandemic, and expand some of the infrastructure that Burundi has been working on. This is good news for this country north of the continent. And that's about it for today on your Frontier Opening Bell. I am Boason Omofaye. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Have a great day, everyone, here on Frontier Africa. See you then.